Hey YouTube, this is B-Boy Turk 1990 and this is my G Tachikaze deck profile. So yeah, this I just finished this just now, and this is probably my favorite version of the Tachikazes over the Rex Ancient Dragons. I never played the Raptor Military Dragons, so I can't say much of that. But anyway, so to start off, the starter is Baby Chimera. A really good starter in this version because one, you just get a grade 1 that when this is retired, you just counterblast 1. You get Superior Call grade 1 from your deck to the field, and it gains 10k. And it really combos well when you have Gaia as your Vanguard, and if you stride over Gaia, you can make him revive, and with any other rear guard you have to revive. So it's like you could do a skill over and over again, like use this skill twice if you have the counterblast for it. So it's a really good card to play. Then to my grade 3s, I play 4 Gaia Emperors. Yes, one is SP, and I'm happy I pulled this. So yeah, anyways, yeah. 4 Gaia Emperors, basically the big boss of the deck. This card is really amazing because it has the engorge ability, which when you have these are GB2, when you engorge, he will be 16k with a crit. So 16k unboosted with a crit. Boosted gets triggers, so he'll get bigger. And he's really good because if you have the G stride, you can just superior call any two from your hand. I was a bit off angled. Anyways, so you superior call 2 from the hand and can give any one of your rear guards the ability to come back when they're retired. So this is really good when you do the Gluttony Dogma turn or the Twin Tempest, however you want to play it. Sorry about that. But Gaia is really good grade 4 to play. And I'd recommend, if you're playing this, you have to play Gaia. And I play 4 Rage Dragon Tyranno Brutes. Really good backup grade 3 because he's like Liddy for the Harmony Bermuda Triangles, because it does the same effect. If it's Vanguard, you just counterblast 1 and Soul Charge 1, is it? No, Soul Blast 1, my bad. Soul Blast 1. And you can search the top 5 of your card of the deck, and if anything has an engorge, you put it to your hand. So if you pick this one up and it has an engorge, since this has engorge, you can just put this in your hand. So this is a really good backup grade 3. And as a rear guard, it's really amazing because if you had GB1, he will gain 5,000 for each unit that's been retired. So you can engorge as many as you want, and he will gain 5,000 for each engorged retired unit or any engorged unit. Yeah, when he's engorged, he gains 5k. So, and you can engorge as many as you want. So he could be 16. You can make him 21. You can make him even 26 unboosted, as long as you got the setup for it. So yeah, that's my grade 3. Now onto my grade 2s. Sorry. Yeah, I just got these oversleeves are pretty new since I haven't used them. So these could be slippery like that. Now the grade 2s. I play 3 Circle Blaze. I wanted to do 4, but I didn't have enough space for it. Because when I put in the 4th one, I end up with 51s in the deck, so I had to take one. It was either take 1 Tank Mammoth or 1 Circle Blaze, so I just decided to go for the 1 Circle Blaze to take out. But yeah, he's basically the Silent Tom of the deck. If he's a Vanguard or a rear guard, you just engorge and your opponent cannot guard with zeros. That's very amazing with this card. There's not much more to say about that. Now this one of my favorite grade 2s in G version Tachikazes. It's the Amber clone, the Jigsaw Source, because what he does is if you're a GB1 and he's a rear guard, you just counterblast 1, and choose one of your other rear guards and you retire it. So when you do that, if he attacks a Vanguard and this one's boosted, you can pay the cost. And if you do that, choose one of your opponent's rear guards, retire it, and until the end of turn, this unit gets a 5,000 boost. And when this unit attacks, if it hits a Vanguard, you can draw a card. That's a very amazing card for them. You can retire a unit. It will gain 5,000, and if it hits the Vanguard, you can draw a card. That's the beauty of the Amber Clone Jigsaw Swords, and he's worth playing. I'll play him at 3. Or not 3, I mean 2. No, I'm playing at 3. What am I saying? Then next, I'm playing 3 Tank Mammoths. A really good grade 2, even though his attack is only 8,000, but when you can retire him, and if he's retired, you counterblast 1 and soul blast 1, you bring him back and he'll be 11,000. So that's a great thing about him. And he's really good with the Gaia skill, second skill. If it was G Stride on, you can give him to recover, so you don't have to pay the cost for it. And at the same time, you can make him come back without paying cost. And if he attacks again, and then if he gets sacrificed, you can bring him back with the cost and then go for another round. So Tank Mammoth is really good. And last but not least, 2 Beam Dragon of Paddle Mazer. I'm only gonna play 2 because I believe that this it's not bad, it's just that the cost I think to me it's kind of confusing to play him, but he's got good setups though, because it's like he can give you a setup, because as long as you have a Gaia in the card name as a Vanguard, you can pay the cost. So you just counterblast 1 and soul blast 1. Only if he's a rear guard, and if you do, he will gain 2k, and when he becomes engorged, so if he engorges, you draw a card and he will gain 5,000 until the end of the turn. So that's good. So it's like he can attack. So he could be a 16k unboosted, and you can draw a card when he's engorged. So he's a good recommendation. I would reconsider with him. I would consider playing him. My bad. Sorry for rambling. I'm just kind of rushing through some of these things, because I gotta go out later tonight. So onto the grade 1s. So for the grade 1s, I play 4 G Perfect Guards to unflips. Just basically, you have another copy of her in the great drop zone, you just unflip a damage. Because since this deck counterblasses a lot, you may want G flips, the G Perfect Guards. 4 Stride Enablers, no explanation there. But he does a good Gaia Searcher. If you don't have a Gaia, you just summon him. Then you reveal a grade 3, so like a Tyrannid Brute. Then you just search for a Gaia. 4 Freezer Nicks. Obviously, you just play the 4 Freezer Nicks. He gives you the counter charge. So you can soul charge, just so you can have enough soul for some of the effects of some of the units here. And you counter charge 1, so you can get more combos out of the so you get more combos out. But you have to release a GB1, and it has to be a rear guard. So Freezer Nicks is a really good grade 1. I definitely would play him. And last but not least, 2 Savage Heroines. No, not the drug, for some of you druggies who play Vanguard. Anyways, so yeah, Savage Heroine, you just, every time when there's a unit that's been engorged, she gains 3k. So that's she's really useful when, like, she's gonna be a huge booster when she sees like many units get engorged, since this deck engorges a fuck ton. So she's a really great she'll be a really big booster to have when you see a lot of engorge, when you engorge a lot. Okay, now that was my grade 1s. Now to my grade 0s. I play sorry about that. 4 Gaia crit triggers. Basically just gives Gaia, if there's any unit with a 5, if any unit with the Vanguard with a Gaia in the name, it's attacking. This will get 5,000 and you draw a card. So you draw a card and you give it the Vanguard 5,000. And 4 unflip critical triggers. Then no explanation, that's the same as I do in my Ancient Dragons. 4 draw triggers, the one you put into soul and you can give a unit 3,000. Yeah, I do the same for Ancient Dragons. And 4 heal triggers, which is the Savage Healer triggers. So yeah, because I wanted to be, because I have Ornith healers and I want to keep that in Ancient Dragons since that's an Ancient Dragon. So I'm gonna go with this one as a Savage. So it's not an Ornith healer or any other heal trigger. But anyways, and it's just adorable. Look at that, it's adorable. Anyways, so that's the main deck. Now to my strides. Sorry about that. Now to my strides. I play 1 Destruction Tyrant Arch Raider because he doesn't have an engorge, but it is gonna be useful when you have Baby Chimera. So like you can use the skill to sacrifice Baby Chimera, and you can like get a boost off while he attacks and gains to 5k. So other than that, it's just useful for Chimera combos. Then I play 2 Hammer Gewaltz because you retire 2, you can retire, you engorge 2, you retire a unit in the front row. So this would be good against like Oracle Think Tanks, Silent Toms, or someone like say Tidal Assaults for Aqua Force, etc, etc. So Hammer Gewalt is really good to play. Next I play 1 Twin Tempest because it's better to just play 1 because you don't want to lose field advantage, because you want field advantage with this deck. So 1 is better, not 2, because then just do the blow up once is good enough, so that it gives you and your opponent can be at an even ground. But other than that, you don't want to do it too much, then you won't get you will lose field advantage, and it costs also heavy, so you don't want to. You only want to play like at least once, like a last resort. And last but certainly not least, 4 Gluttony Dogmas, or I call them Godzilla. Sorry, I didn't put more emphasis. Anyways, so yeah, Godzilla. I play 4 Godzillas because here's the thing. I can go 1-2 ways. The first strat I would definitely go with Hammer Gewalt, and second strat I could do, let's say, a Destruction Arch Raider, Hammer Gewalt, or the first time with him. So I can make my opponent lose hand advantage. So when I restand him, I can use his skill, restand him back, and then they will lose so much hand. Then that it'll be kind of hard for them to recover after the attack. So and I explained everything on my card of the day. So just check that video. I'll explain it all. So yeah, 4 Gluttony Dogmas, a really amazing grade 4. Definitely would play him. So yeah, that was my strides. Now, so this was my whole G Tachikaze deck profile. So I may come with more deck profiles and other videos later on when I'm not that busy. So this is B-Boy, so you just keep an eye out for my channel. So this is B-Boy Turk 1990 saying deuces.